Hi, everyone. Welcome back to this special English listening practice. Today, we are going to improve your English listening skills while learning some very useful vocabulary. First, just listen carefully. Try to understand the general idea. Then, check the description below this video. There, you will find the meanings, and the pronunciations of all the important words. You will also find some more advanced alternatives. Don't worry, if you don't understand every single word. You don't need to know every word, just keep listening, stay focused, and practice a little. Every day, your English will improve, step by step. This method is very, very effective because it helps you learn naturally. First, you listen. Then, you learn the vocabulary. And this helps you remember new words in context. So, your listening, your vocabulary, and your overall English will all improve together. All right, let's begin. Today's topic is democracy and good governance. This is an important topic because it affects how we all live together. Let's start with a simple question. What is democracy? Democracy is a system where people choose their leaders. By voting, every citizen has one vote, and every vote is equal. This is a very powerful idea. Now, let's talk about elections. An election is the process where people vote for their leaders. Elections usually happen every few years. Citizens go to a place called a polling station. They put their vote into a ballot box. A ballot box is a special box for vote. This word is easy to remember because you can picture it, a simple box where people place their choice. Now, let's talk about a bigger word. Sovereignty. Sovereignty means the power belongs to the people, not to one single person. In a democracy, the people have the power. They choose their government, and they can also change it. Now, let's move to good governance. Good governance means the government works well and works fairly. It means leaders serve the people, not just themselves. One important part of good governance is transparency. Transparency means being open and clear. Imagine a glass window. You can see through it. That is transparency. When a government is transparent, people can see how decisions are made. They can see how money is used. This builds trust. Another important word is accountability. Accountability means leaders must answer for their actions. If they make a mistake, then they must explain it, and they must fix it. Imagine a teacher checking your homework. You are responsible for your work. Leaders are responsible too. Now, let's talk about a negative word. Corruption. Corruption means using power in a dishonest way. For example, taking money. That is not yours. Corruption damages trust. It damages good governance. That is why transparency and accountability are so important. They help stop corruption. Now, let's talk about citizens. In a good democracy, citizens are not silent. They take part. This is called participation. People can join meetings. They can share their opinions. They can also protest peacefully. When people are active at the community level, we call this grassroots participation. Grassroots means starting from ordinary people, not from the top. Imagine grass growing from the ground, small but strong. This is grassroots power. Now, let's talk about rights. In a democracy, people have rights. For example, freedom of speech. This means people can express their opinions freely and safely. People also have the right to vote and the right to justice. Justice means fairness. Everyone is treated equally under the law. Now, let's talk about the law itself. A law is a rule that everyone must follow. Laws are made by the government. But in a democracy, laws should protect everyone equally. The rich and the poor, the powerful and the ordinary citizen. Now, let's learn one more useful word. Advocate. An advocate is a person who supports and speaks for an important cause. For example, someone can be an advocate for human rights. They speak up. They raise awareness. They try to make things better. Now, let's talk about integrity. Integrity means being honest and having strong moral values. A leader with integrity keeps promises and does the right thing, even when no one is watching. Now, let's talk about legislation. Legislation means laws, especially new laws. Governments create legislation to improve people's lives. For example, legislation about education or legislation about healthcare. Now, one final word. Referendum. A referendum is a public vote on one important question. For example, should the country join a new agreement? Yes or no? Everyone votes directly on that single question. So, let's quickly review. Democracy means people choose their leaders. Good governance means leaders serve the people fairly. Transparency means being open. Accountability means explaining your action. Corruption means dishonest use of power. Grassroots participation means ordinary people getting involved. An advocate supports an important cause. Integrity means being honest. Legislation means new laws. And a referendum is a public vote on one question. Democracy and good governance are not perfect in any country, but when citizens are informed and when citizens participate, societies become stronger, fairer, and safer. Great job staying with me until the end. Now, go to the description below. Practice the vocabulary. Listen again if you need to. Repeat the words out loud. This will help you remember them. Thank you so much for watching. Keep practicing every day, and your English will keep improving. See you in the next video. Goodbye for now.